Hey guys, hopefully you're having a great day today. I am Mrs. B Finesse of millennialfinessemindset.com. And you guys know here we focus on accountability, we focus on mindset, motivation, and how to keep our bodies and minds well geared, right? Because health is wealth. And so it doesn't matter how much money you have, you got to keep your mind and your body aligned. So you guys know we're going in having this focus on accountability. If you did not know, the podcast group Fresh and Fit got demonetized. So I definitely want to talk about this and hear your perspective on this. So in the comment section, let me know if you agree with the demonetization by YouTube or not. So if you're new and you don't know really much about YouTube and how the partner program works, basically once you hit so many subscribers and you hit so many watch hours, you get approved. So you get in the partner program, right? And so to stay in this program, you got to follow a lot of rules, right? So it's just always interesting to me why people don't understand where you can go somewhere free and use a platform for free and acquire a lot of followers and subscribers for free, that they won't have any guidelines or rules. Think that kind of interesting? So put that in the comment section. If you guys agree or disagree with this demonetization, which basically means they take all the AdSense money they would earn, super chats, super thanks, all the way that the subscribers can give money, and they took it away, demonetized. And that's a huge thing because a lot of these YouTubers, this is their whole lifestyle. This is how they make their money. So if they get demonetized, they can't make money, right? So let's get into it. You guys see the picture here. The Fresh and Fit podcast has been demonetized on YouTube, right? So just so you guys got an idea about this, the host Myron Gaines announced the news to their 1.4 million subscribers, guys. They have 1.4 million subscribers. That's crazy. Hey, Lakeisha, hopefully you're having a great day. Thank you for showing up. Definitely let me know what you feel about this. Do you agree or disagree with demonetization? And tell me why too in the chat, in the comment section, guys. All right, so basically, guys, here you see his picture. His name is Myron Gaines. And they announced that to their 1.4 million subscribers on Saturday that they got demonetized. And he said he stepped away from the microphone at one point because he got super emotional in the video. So we're going to try to play a little bit of the video, but I definitely want to focus on the aspect of accountability. Do you guys agree or disagree with this? And then why, right? So the host of the popular men's podcast broke down and seemed to cry after he announced that this show would no longer get ad money because it was booted off the partner program. So if you did not know, I believe in April, if not this April, last April, they actually got banned from YouTube for a week, I believe, from the rhetoric and display of information that they were talking about back then. So they've been banned before, I believe, for 7 days, right? Hey, Nate, hopefully you're having a great day today. Thank you for stopping by. All right, guys. So once again, if you're new to the channel, hola, como estas, ni hao. My name is Mrs. B Finesse of millennialfinessemindset.com, and we're talking like we always do accountability and why people do what they do, and they're shocked about the consequences. So Myron Gaines here, you see him in the picture. He's a co-host of the Fresh and Fit, a dating show. He's a dating coach. So if you don't know his background, I believe he worked with the FBI or worked in Homeland Security, one of the two, right? And the other guy, I don't know what he did. I don't watch him, but so let's get into it. So it says they are dating coaches on the show. Not sure if they're married or even in a relationship, but they're dating coaches. I just don't understand why you guys take advice from people that don't have the wisdom and knowledge to give it to you, but I digress. All right. So it says, their show is focused on females, fitness, and finances. That's a catchy saying, right? It is known for its misogynist content and is part of the online manosphere alongside other creators as Pearl and Andrew Tate, right? But I got a sneaky feeling that they've been being watched for a while because I believe they had the same guy Pearl had on. They had him on their show and another Andrew Tate also. So I don't think YouTube was like, if they're going to kick these people off, why do you think we're going to allow you to have them on your show, right? So it says collectively they advocate a return for more old-fashioned conservative ways of life, where women have fewer rights and men have are strong and in charge. Well, naturally, the man is going to be strong and in charge irregardless, right? So go figure. Here we go. His breakdown comes as Gaines was describing his interactions with the fans and how giving them advice was worth all the hardship of getting the podcast started. So I believe he said that the podcast started like in 2020. And then he describes how he left his job and he focused on the podcast full time. And then he suddenly appeared overcome with emotion, right? And then it says the YouTube spokesperson confirmed that the other channels may be owned or operated by Gains and Weeks have been suspended from YouTube partner program also. So any other channel that they own is suspended also. This is what they were saying. We've suspended the Fresh and Fit channel from the YouTube partner program for repeated violations of our policies, including our advertiser-friendly guidelines and community guidelines. So it's not just because they just felt like it. You guys got to think about it. YouTube is making so much money off of their channel. When people pay super chats, if you don't know about how YouTube works, in the partner program, I'm actually in the partner program, so I can tell you guys a little bit how it works if you don't know. YouTube takes a portion of the money that people give you when they give super chats, the super thanks. They take a portion of that, and also YouTube takes a portion of the money when you get money from running your ads on the channel, right? So they take a good chunk, 30% to 40%, right? So it would behoove them not to lose them because they're making buku money off of this channel, but they must really have to be doing some bad things, right, to get taken out of the partner program. This and every one of their other channels. This is Gaines is the author of the book Why Women Deserve Less, which argues that modern women are unfairly benefiting from feminism. It's a common theme on the podcast, which often features Gaines and Weeks shaming and objectifying their female guests. And it's very interesting because, there's a type of crowd for everything. So most of the time on the show, it's like they get young women straight off the street that kind of are not really worldly as far as knowing what's even going on as far as politics or anything. And they just ask them these questions and then they answer. And then you see like, wow, does everybody act like that? Just an interesting dichotomy, right? But to each his own. If you guys like to watch it, that's on you. This is the podcast also recently hosted Nick Fuentes, which was on the Just Pearly thing show too, which started a whole uproar also, but we're not gonna get into that. You guys can Google it. In which Nick Fuentes, who's a supremacist, he called women baby machines because of their brains. That's what their brains are about. Anyways, since Gaines announced that the end of the Fresh and Fit live stream on Saturday, and he told the followers that he was shocked, right? And then he said the channel had been kicked off the partner program, and he was telling people the memberships will be ending and super chats. He said, so basically we're going to figure out what's going on because we don't really know all the details. We're working with YouTube to try to come to a middle ground, and work together. So they're trying to come to a middle ground. So let's get a portion of it up so you guys can kind of hear what they said, and then we're going to round it on off. All right, so let's get that up so you guys can hear what he said. But I definitely want to know what you guys think in the chat. Do you think they should have got demonetized? Do you think it should be free speech and they should be able to say what they want to say and they shouldn't get demonetized? What is you guys' perspective on this? Let's make sure everything is up. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go.
Since today, and
so I haven't obviously sped up a little bit, guys. So
it sucks, guys. It really does suck. Fortunately, we made some moves, etc. And we kind of knew that the type of content that we make, for us to be able to give you this content, we have to. It comes at a cost. It comes at a cost,
and it will be here forever.
Yeah, and Flash always said this. Enjoy.
So basically, he said he knew the content that he made comes at a cost, right? But I think, like I said, a lot of times people just get extreme. You're on a platform, you think you have free speech and you say whatever you want to say, but you just take it to such high levels that people want to be seen so bad and they want to be so salacious and they want to have the big numbers and the big followers. People will do anything. Like they literally will lose it all, lose their soul, lose everything just because you want the love of the people, right? And I can see to some degree, I guess a shock effect or whatever you want to do. If your life makes you feel good doing it, knock yourself out. But some things you just know are overboard, right? But some people, they don't have that cognitive dissonance to see that. And it's super crazy. You guys lost your whole form of income from this. They might get it back. I don't know, but we'll see, because they've done this repeated times. That's what YouTube said.
Well, you can.
Yeah. This always happened, man.
Yeah.
This was a joke.
And you know, we made moves on the side knowing that this could potentially happen. And guys, the channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight.
If you look right now, you can't even super chat. Or
you can't super chat right now.
Yep. So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
So we are in chat. So yeah.
So if you guys didn't know too, I guess they have like you can buy into their program. I guess they give their dating coaches that aren't married or are in a relationship, but they have information that some you want, and so you can, I guess, buy into their programs, their dating program. So they do sell other products.
So you literally can't, yeah, man. So it's so basically we're gonna figure out what's going on, because we don't even really know all the details. We're working with YouTube to try to come to a middle ground and work together and figure this out. But for now,
we don't know why.
We don't know the specific reason.
Okay, so they don't know why, which is very interesting, because they've had blowouts with a lot of people on YouTube. Big, when I say big, I'm talking in terms of YouTube being big, right? Not famous, but just this is how it is on YouTube. There's people that have lots of subscribers, and I know the biggest thing was with Abba and Preach, and the guy on the left, Myron, he was on some other streams, I believe Rumble and some other people's podcasts, and he talked about him looking like a ape, I think, or something like that. He said a lot of derogatory things, just a lot. And I was really shocked that a lot of it slid this far, but I guess it's sliding right down the slope, right? So there's a lot of things. You can just look here, Google it. There's a lot of derogatory things they've said to different people, content creators. I know there was a time where they were flagging a lot of content creators because I guess they just didn't like what they were saying, and YouTube retracted all the flags. There was a lot of content creators. I believe the lead attorney did a whole podcast stream on it, and there was a lot of creators that came up and said that they were flagged, but they ended up having to retract all those flags. So,
but we don't, in any form of fashion, hate YouTube or want to go at them. We're just saying, you know what, we wish we knew the reason why, but we respect, for them to use the platform and keeping us here for a while, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, but and the thing is that you guys know, right, on this pod, we push the edge, right? We push the envelope. We're not gonna lie about that. Like, we give you guys the real deal when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to
money, girls,
money, dating.
Okay, so they said they give you the real deal on dating, money, and girls. I still don't understand how people, like, why, if you don't see the fruit from the seed, why do we listen? I don't. You guys are here, so I already know that critical thinking is massive here. All right. Ine says, why do you think they announced it if they were needing to learn more specifics? I'm not sure. I think the biggest thing in there is they probably want to take their traffic, if you look in the bottom corner, to another format, which is Rumble. And Rumble's one of those formats that they say that you can say and do what you want over there. So that might be the reason they want to get their group over to that platform. All right, let's see what else they're saying.
Improving yourself, etc. And unfortunately, to be able to give people real advice that they can take in real life and apply to the real world, you have to have uncomfortable conversations about uncomfortable topics.
Okay, let's see what he's saying.
Real talk, more than ever. I know a lot of you guys send me messages, and trust me, I look at them. I really do look at them. And as a matter of fact, I save them too. I sent some of them fresh today.
Yeah.
When you guys send your DMs and say, yo, you saved my life. Yo, you send me a picture of your credit score. Yo, my girl is making sandwiches now, or whatever it is, right?
Okay, so he said he's excited because they send him pictures, DMs of the credit score. The guys are happy that their girlfriends are making them sandwiches now. Ay. All right, guys. So let's look at what some of the people are saying in the post, and we're going to round this off because I definitely want you guys to go into the comments after this and say, do you agree with them being demonetized or not, and say why, right? So this is what people were saying, posting. They said, just heard about it. This person fast and Bull says, just heard about it. Don't care. I'm going to celebrate because lifting a finger to the red pill content anyway, just cringe. Another person, DJ Flip, says, no, they kind of deserved it. Myron's putting the clan sheet saying the N-word and saying he generally agrees with Nick Fuentes. A guy banned off the platform was essentially platform deletion. He said they really did it to themselves. They could have just stuck to kicking 304s out of his apartment and stuff like that. They didn't realize, and guys, there's people that's getting their content and getting demonetized from stuff on somebody else's platform, and you're basically working for some other employer, and you're mad because when you sign the contract to work for the employer, that the employer is actually holding you to what you signed on the contract, and now you're shocked about it. It's just so interesting to me. Let's see. Somebody named Puzzlehead said the show was not about male self-improvement. It was about male anger towards society, and more specifically, women. It's this person says, I'm for people with opposing platforms and views, but when you dedicate half your platform to saying women are nothing, then what does that do? then that does not need to be given AdSense on the platform. Who do you think Myron would support if this happened to them? All right. And another person, Myron, says, I don't even know who they're arguing against. When did anyone on this argue for anything dealing with women not having rights, right? So once again, this is interesting. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Once again, I can only imagine how much they were making, guys. They were a huge platform. I believe they came on like 3 days a week, and they did live streams. And it's just interesting the dichotomy, and it's just interesting how, like I said, how people they're just shocked how they don't, like, somebody has to do what you want them to do all the time. It's critical thinking is just a lost art. I know that being in education, and then my background in psychology and criminal justice, I literally am here to help us reshift this whole narrative. This social dilemma is horrible. Social media is just really got people doing stuff that they normally would not do. And then they're shocked when they get a consequence. So once again, guys, let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree. Tell me why. And then once again, guys, thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, for sharing, because sharing is caring. And once again, guys, I appreciate you. So you guys have a great day. Adios, au revoir. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and make sure you guys turn on the notification bell. We'll have a stream tomorrow. Have a good day, guys.